Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium.
That's it, baby. We gonna work. Ready, 60 on. Check right, 54. Right, rotate. Check.
Quick throw taken in by Snead. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
They're running it. Whip.
They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
No surprise there, Jadeveon Clowney with a tackle for loss. We all know how he became one of the most famous players in football, though, don't we remember?
Oh, that one play.
Yeah, that one big-time play. It was on highlights everywhere. They want to see more of that here in the NFL.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Now Jackson. He is going to find Hill here. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
It's a gain of 28 yards. That's good for a Baltimore first down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
I'm coming after you. Mike's 5'4", Mike's 5'4".
Now it's Jackson. It's complete to Snead. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down.
Watch the pass. Mike's 54. Here we go.
Here's Jackson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. K.J. Wright coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day.
Jackson. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away, and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
On 2nd and 15 now. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. 20, 10, 5. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice you're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
That's right, baby. They don't want it. Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54, Mike.
Jackson on first down. Oh, he stays up. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. The sack there by Rasheem Green.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Jackson. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. He's got daylight. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, an 80-yard touchdown as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter.
Partner, you know what the real key is to stopping a good passing attack?
You tell me.
Being able to tackle as soon as a guy catches the football.
Didn't work out there.
No, because when you give up the big run after catch, the rack yardage, that puts your defense in a big-time stressful position.
A lot of rack yardage and a touchdown there on the big play. That's fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 16.
Watch the safety creep. He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming. Good job right there. Hey, switch gears. Look left. Check. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Check. 49.
Now Wilson. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Check. Lucky. Switch. Hatchet. 19. One left.
Now it's Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. And now nothing but green ahead of him. Past the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf, 93 yards. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Thrown to the sideline and incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
We want it. Come to my world. Check 9, check 9. Deuce.
They run from the pistol with Ingram. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Jackson now under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
A great return there of 22 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Slam. Jam. Go. Let's go right here.
Hey, easy, guys.
They start the drive with Lynch. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
He was brought down at his 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up
I'm going to hit you
2nd
all.
and 7 at their 49-yard line.
49, guys. Mike, 40.
Hey, 0.
49 to Mike. 49 to Mike. You ain't got nothing. Say it. Shoot.
From just shy of midfield, Wilson flushed out right. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there, and it's 3rd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
We got 3. Hey, watch it.
Go, 14.
Switch.
Hey, 0. Short.
Mike's 49.
Good time.
From the shotgun, Wilson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And they weren't in zone coverage, they were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. He finds an opening past the 40. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they call the field general.
Check hot route. Hot.
The This is Ingram on 1st and 10. Tackle made by Rasheem Green.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jackson eluding the pressure. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
I'm starting to wonder if this offensive line just simply doesn't like him. I mean, they've given up 6 sacks in this game. He's had nowhere to go, nowhere to run, and obviously nowhere to hide.
And all those sacks in the first half, this is just complete domination. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. There's Jackson on 3rd and long. Snead's got it. Despite a pickup of 16, they're still well short of the sticks on 4th. Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it.
Check 55 to Mike.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today.
Mike 55, Mike 55. Queen.
They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. And that is caught. He's got his running back downfield. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Back to the running game. It's Ingram trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Check hard. Crunch. Crunch. Ball trot.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jackson steps away to him, and a big loss here as he's taken down.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming here. Check 24. Check 24. Slam, slam, slam.
Shift, shift.
That's it.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Jackson gets this one to Hill. A crazy sequence here. A huge gain that time, but it still leaves him well short for 4th down. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Now the offense not going anywhere. They're staying out there. They've converted once already on this drive. Here they go again on 4th down.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Come off the ball.
37. Check 37.
Wahoo. Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54 Mike. Bring it.
Now Jackson throwing on 4th down. And that is going to be incomplete. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a straight sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something that could get you in big trouble.
Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10.
Four down.
Check 48's the mic. Check 48's the mic. All day, punk. SOS.
Now Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. Well, the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That'll pick up the first down for Seattle on a gain of 18. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
He's coming. We got double up.
No.
19.
Hey, turn it up. Watch twist.
36 power.
Mike's 49. Get it on. Watch the screen. Watch
95.
They'll run with Marshawn Lynch. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. And quite a bit of pizza in this box. It's a 53-yard attempt. And his kick is absolutely perfect. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway.
Let's go, fellas.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
Listen.
49's the mic. Watch 49. Oh, yeah.
From the gun, it's Wilson. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 3rd down.
Hey.
Watch the slant.
49, guys. Mike, 49. I'm coming.
Alert.
49's the mic. Get him.
On 3rd down, Wilson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Let's go. Now the whoop.
Mike's by 4.
Hey.
Watch the twist.
They'll try to get the ground game going with Ingram. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. Ingram. He stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7.
He's checking crowd.
49.
It's great. Twist. Check 43.
Oh, good move. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Losing 9 yards there. And it also brings up fourth. So on fourth down, here's the Ravens Pro Bowl kicker, Justin Tucker, out onto the field. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. Well, the offense, they got the ball in a great spot, but they went nowhere. Forced him to take just the 3.
And they'll be, happy taking the 3. But those guys on the other side, they've got to be ecstatic. They didn't let them get anywhere and made them kick a field goal. That almost feels like they got the advantage, doesn't it?
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
At the 24-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Watch the shoot. Good job right there. 48.
Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 35. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. It's a big play there for Seattle. 45 yards. Now Wilson on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tyus Bowser, what a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. Throwing on 2nd and long. Wilson. He's got his man. That's Josh Gordon. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
It's a gain of 15. But it's 3rd down.
They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down.
Check 31. Undercrush. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Wall. Hey. Check 4.
Going on the ground with Homer. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. So he splits the uprights, and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. And he gets this one just shy of 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down. So it's a quarter that saw these two teams trade field goals here as we've reached the end of 3 quarters of play. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Check, 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 check.
Right there. 54. Right there.
Throwing now. Jackson on first down. Got a man. It's Brown. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 10 yards there. Good enough for a Raven first down.
Let's go. Let's hit this ball. Let's put offense. Let's go.
Check, Mike, 54.
Throwing on first down. It's Jackson. Being chased out left. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch. Go. 54.
To throw again on second down. Jackson. He's going to float this one deep right. Got a man. It's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Miles Boykin, 46 yards. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Tucker with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. I don't want to say that they're completely against the wall here, Charles, but all of a sudden, with the run that they've been on the other sideline, this is down to a 3-point game. They got to be careful.
Not much space from their back to the wall, though. So you're exactly right. They got to be careful here.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
Here we go, G. Here I come. Here I come. Mike's 5-4. Mike's 5-4. Mike's 5-4.
Watch the backer. Watch the backer. Go, go. Go, go.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Buying time to his left. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride. When they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean, they want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Check Mike 50. Mike 54. Get that quarterback. Quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback.
They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. And here the pressure from the outside linebacking spot.
And normally when that happens and they're able to get home, that means the other guys on his team helped him out a lot. That they occupied people to allow it to be no less than a one-on-one situation, allows him to get home.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down.
Don't get nervous.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
It's a party now. It's a party now.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
On fourth down, Jackson. And he's got Snead. Not often do fourth down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. First down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4. It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day.
Check.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. This will be caught by Brown. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. Jackson now 13 of 15 passing. That's good for 87%. It's first and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Ingram. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire.
Check 24. Check 24. Check. Watch the safety.
They'll keep it on the ground. Ingram. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there.
Double up. He's coming, double up. Hey, switch gears. Jack, you go tight. You got tight.
3rd down, and they're going to try the jet sweep. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. Now, we knew this had the potential to be a tight game, but with less than 3 minutes to play, couldn't be any tighter. We're all tied.
All locked up, right? And this next drive's going to tell us everything we need to know about this game because I want to see how they come out with the football. Are they going to be aggressive and attack downfield? You still got the 2-minute warning to come up. Are they going to be conservative and try and hold on and maybe just get to overtime?
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They need to get this around the 40 on the other side to get into field goal range. Look at the clock, a decent amount of time here in a tie game. What do they do?
No panic situation at all. They've got to get a couple of chunk plays, pick up nice bits of yardage.
Target the sidelines?
Target the sidelines because you want to get out of bounds and make sure that clock stops. Because if the clock stays running, that makes things that much tougher for you. It can always bleed out on you.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Watch the split. Further.
Throwing now is Wilson. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well have run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
This is 14. Check. Lucky. Alert.
Wilson to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And this is going to be intercepted. Anthony Averett picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They, of course, tie game, would like to avoid overtime if they could.
And a lot of people would go ahead and play it safe here and get to overtime and try and win it there. But, you know, sitting up here in the booth,
take some gambles.
I say let's go for this thing, try and push it, and maybe catch the defense back on their heels a bit.
See if they do that. He'll try and run it. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Check 55, Mike. Go. Hatchet.
Here's Jackson. Trying to lay one up deep. And this is going to be intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
We got this.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Check 9. Deuce.
They'll run with Ingram here to begin the drive. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
Kill.
Turn up.
Turn up.
They'll keep it on the ground. Ingram.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. First throw in overtime now for Jackson. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Marquise Brown was the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Keeping the aggression going on defense in overtime here, a first down blitz.
You know you can get burned on it big time if they pick it up, but in this situation, they brought the blitz, put some pressure on the QB, and he wasn't able to complete a pass downfield.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Slam. Jam.
They run. It's Mark Ingram. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
opening drive of overtime, and now facing a 3rd down and 6. Big play coming up.
Shoot. Hey, watch it. Switch. Any weapon.
Here's Jackson to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. Well, I know you're toward the middle of the field here, but still, 4th down this distance, you got to punt it right.
That's definitely the first instinct, because you say, okay, let's just play some field position, make sure we don't lose the game here, turn it over in a key spot. But if you feel really good about your trigger guy, if you feel great about him, you might want to leave the ball in his hands and let him work his magic.
Mike spot 4. Man, I got you.
Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike, hook.
Set. 25. Check 25.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. K.J. Wright and the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Check 52.
Big gap.
Go.
Mike's 49.
Go. 4 down.
The carry now for Lynch. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Got it.
Again, they'll pound it with Lynch, fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a game, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down.
Watch out. Check it back.
Bang out.
And they'll give to Lynch out of the gun. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down. And the defense is going to let him think about it a little as they use their 2nd timeout here. So on now comes the kicker. It's Jason Myers. This one from 48 yards away. Oh, and Myers left that one out there. It's no good. Wide to the right, and that changes everything here in OT. So possible disaster there. It's an empty possession, and there's no worse time to have an empty possession than the first drive of overtime.
Yeah, and remember the situation now, Brandon. It's sudden death from here on out. You can bet he's begging for a chance to redeem himself. But the question now is, will that chance ever come?
Let's go, dude.
Jackson on 1st down. He's going deep for Brown. Oh, and it's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So we will see yet another drive in this overtime.
For whatever reason, neither team able to finish this game off. I know that the first thought is, does anyone really want to win it? But I think that they both desperately want to win it, and sometimes you force things, and that leads to errors.
Well, it's out there for the taking. We'll see who can do it. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Neither team scored yet. Now we go to sudden death. Next points win this game.
How about the tension right now? It is ratcheted up, isn't it? I mean, now whatever happens, points are scored, that's your ball game. Can't wait to see the defense now. Do they get a little more aggressive in order to not let the team just drive the ball easily down the field?
Got to be careful, though, right?
Yeah, if you're too aggressive, you just give up something easy and cheap. But some defensive coordinators, they'd rather take a stand that way as opposed to being nickeled and dimed down the field.
What? 380! Go. Here we go, let's bring it! Hey, 0. Let's bring it!
Check 99. Check 99.
48 for Mike.
He's top.
19.
Check 48 to Mike.
Good touch!
On 2nd and 9. Wilson. Matt Judon. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8.
You can't stop me.
Mike 48. 14. Hey, man up, D.
48 Mike. 48 Mike.
Now watch run.
SOS.
Wilson from his end zone on 3rd and long. Flushed out right. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And he'll bring it back to the 9-yard line. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime, you don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. If you throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here.
Kill. He's coming. We got no right.
They'll run here with Ingram. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the... And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did
quarter is what you wanted, but